And we are live, doing a cold opening for once. Why am I doing that? Well, okay, the actual reason is I have a few last minute changes that I need to work on a do on a video project that I'm working on. And no, this isn't like one of my essays. Like, don't worry, as soon as I get it exported, I'll get the game set up. Like, you know what? I'm gonna change my shirt. Current one's actually pretty dirty. Put it on backwards, so just gotta export this and then I'll be ready. Okay. So, It's time for something brand new to debut to the channel. That's odd. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try adding a new media source folder. Okay, you know what? I'm going to. I'm wasting time, so let's just get started. Like, I know I'm late. Long story short, Father's Day stuff. Although you guys are gonna have to wait for a few more minutes, since, well, this time it's not my fault. It's EA's fault. Long story short, I need to figure out how to get. Here we go.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
I'm not stalling. Rather, I'm trying to remember what you guys said, what the option of that poll was.
Please log in to access your profile. Profile reconstruction complete. Please log in to access your profile. Please log in to access. Profile reconstruction complete. Please log in to access your profile. Please log in to access your profile. Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
It's frankly ridiculous.
Confirm psychological profile.
I think I'll go with the sole survivor option.
Confirm military specialization.
You know, normally I went with the soldier last time, but
Confirm facial identification.
Another game where heterochromia isn't an option. I don't see blue hair. You gotta have blue hair.
Profile reconstruction complete. Identification confirmed.
I have played this game before, but it's been like at least 5 years. More like 6 or 7 now that I think about it. So I'm gonna say yes to the tutorial since it's been so long.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
So, just FYI,
Military
I am
service runs in
only
the
going
family.
to play through like the
Both his parents
five-year
were in the
mission for
Navy.
this stream.
He saw his
well,
whole unit die on a
of
cruise.
how
He could
long
have
it
some
is.
serious emotional
Like
scars.
visiting my parents took.
Every soldier has scars.
I don't regret going.
Shepard's a
It's just,
survivor.
well,
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
I've only played the game actually as a soldier, so it's gonna be
All stations
see
secure
how
for transit.
different the game plays as an infiltrator.
Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid.
Bit ironic.
The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send specters on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have...
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
Inspectors are always on a mission.
And we're getting... Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our
Sorry,
crew.
Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to call, but you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is
All we're
holding
supposed to do is test out the... Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a ship?
What do you know about the stealth system?
I just know it masked... The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we... Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just...
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses.
Do you have a problem with
No,
the
sir. Captain Anderson is... You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing...
You don't
mission.
trust Nihil.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War.
That was 30 years ago.
No, I guess not. We're an alliance, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some...
What do you know?
Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is...
I'll see if I can get some...
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good
Sorry,
soldier's...
Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre.
What can you tell me about Nihil?
Turians are generally They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them... As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm
Just
on a
treat
mission.
this like every other assignment.
Easy for you to say. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long
Don't worry,
career.
sir. I'm not going to screw
The captain's
Goodbye,
waiting.
Commander.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet
He's
you.
on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your
Suspicious of this
people,
guy when I
hasn't it?
first played, but I do
Proof that
know what
humanity
happens
can
in
not
the
only
long
establish
run.
colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
Lawrence
This mission is
Fishburne.
far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't
This
tell
comes
me.
down from the top. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an
I thought the
excavation.
Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives.
You
It's
know,
all
I
based
have
on
always
Prothean
wondered if we'll ever
technology.
find, like,
This is big
lost
shit.
technology from an
The
ancient
last time humanity made a
civilization.
discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could
Why
affect
didn't we keep the beacon
You
for
humans
ourselves?
don't have the best reputation.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their
The
science.
beacon's not the only reason I'm
Nihilus
here.
wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here
Guess
to
that
protect
explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live. A particular... That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the
Not all
Spectre?
Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential. We are an elite group.
Honestly,
It's
I
rare
kind of
to
wonder
find
how
an
different
individual
the
with
thing the game
skills
would have
we
been if
seek.
instead of
I don't
Garrus,
care that you're
Nihilus
human,
was our
Shepard.
Turian
I only
teammate.
care that you can do the job.
Earth needs this, Shepard.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander.
You'll be in charge
I
of the
mean,
ground team.
Personality-wise, they're
Get it
different,
onto the
but
ship ASAP.
in terms of
Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
but in
What do you
terms
know
of,
about the Protheans?
of like
Just
faith, I
because.
could see him working, like
They
as
were
in
a
like Faith and
technologically
Shepard.
advanced species that
Plus, he's
ruled
not
the
like
galaxy
outright
50,000 years
hostile.
ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
So I'm actually not sure who I'm gonna save of the Vimir survivor. And I know and that whole
We are under
say
attack,
that
taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties.
I should romance the same person across all
We
three
need evac.
games, but
They came out
well,
of nowhere. We need.
the thing is, I'm actually only romanced two people. The first was Miranda, and well,
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all.
because of
Just goes
of how
dead.
the romance system
There's
works,
nothing.
I
Reverse and hold
technically
the
did not
38.5.
complete that romance. And the second was Liara in Mass Effect 3, so...
Status report.
And before
17
you
minutes
ask, I
out,
didn't
Captain.
romance
No
her in
other
one.
Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This
Honestly,
mission
part
just
of me
got a
wishes
lot
I'd
more
like
complicated.
set
A
gone
small
with one of the
strike team
options
can
for
move
threes.
quickly
For
without
twos,
drawing attention.
well,
It's our
I
best
would
chance to
actually
secure the
appreciate
beacon.
romancing Samara.
Grab your
instead.
gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Or Tali.
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard.
We are approaching drop point 2.
You know, considering how much sci-fi media has been put out, I can't but wonder...
Ship perimeter secure, Commander. Smells like smoke and death. Damn! through his shields. We're at a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service.
Aye, aye, sir.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
There's Ashley.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and... Oh, man. We were patrol... We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't
Yes,
have done
sir.
it.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the
They
village.
must have... The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might
We could
still...
use your help,
Aye, aye,
Williams.
sir. It's time for payment.
Move out.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Chemical Sounds aren't going to be much use fighting against robot opponents.
Smells like smoke and death.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. It's just on the top of this ridge.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small space... up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an
You know, I'm so used to like shift key being sprint that like, if it was just the fact that
they're still alive.
Key to trigger or sprinting is also the use key,
do to them?
I'd seriously consider switching the command. And
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay.
You're
now.
Dr. Warren, the one
It was
in charge
moved
of
to the... When the attack came, the
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will
Did you
remain.
notice a Turian in the
I
area?
saw him. The prophet. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the north.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding...
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind.
Is it madness to see the
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack. It's some type of data mod... Miraculous new technology.
We have unearthed the heart.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast.
Agents of the destroyers.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire.
Williams, take
You
it.
can't stop it.
Hush, Manuel. Go ahead.
Probably gonna find this a bit boring, but I prefer playing as a Paragon in these games, so... Eh.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And goodbye, Nihilus.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Everybody stay calm out there.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now.
Those
Nobody's
things
gonna
were
hurt.
crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure.
I still can't believe it.
Showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it.
Tell me everything you remember.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed
They
up.
were by the garage, over near the
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fight.
Do you know anything about the
We're
protein?
just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it
What
never-
else can you tell
I
me
was
about
too busy running to get a
Tell
clear
them
look
about
at
the
it.
noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like
It was probably trying to block
whatever it was. Felt like it was tearing right.
I have to go.
Hey, jeez.
You have
Blake.
something to tell me,
Some
Cole?
guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits,
You're breaking the law.
We're not hurting any. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
This should help.
Good luck. Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down.
We were told a Prothean beacon was
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. I knew that beacon. They killed everyone. Everyone.
How come you're the only one who survived?
They never had a chance.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before.
Sometimes I need a nap to get
You survived because you're
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably
Yeah.
be dead.
Yeah.
We need to find that
Take
beacon
the
before-
cargo.
Eden Prime will never be the same again.
Thank God for med gel. No other trades, so let's go forward.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Funny thing is, if Saren had just destroyed the train tracks, he would have actually won.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
it odd how they switched it from the heat sink system to like the lift system? I mean, I had a feeling there would be something over here. I'm gonna save Omni Jail for like other stuff. There's gotta be something over here. I mean, they... Or is this one of... There we go.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Now I'm wondering, how different would Mass Effect be if it had been actually that it, like... absorbed the beacon?
Shepard! No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing.
About
Nothing
15 hours. Something happened down there with
It's
the
my
beacon.
fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with
I saw...
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our EXO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job.
Chief Williams isn't
I
part
figured
of
we
the
could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned.
Williams is a good
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you.
I don't like soldiers dying under
Jenkins wasn't your fault.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had
The
no
Geth
idea.
haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander.
You said you needed to see
I
me
won't
in
lie to
private.
you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. But Saren has allied himself with the... You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might...
Just before I lost...
A vision? A vision...
I saw synthetics.
We need to report this to the Council.
What are we going to tell him?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. But I know Saren. I know his reputation. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command.
I'll find some way to take
It's
him
not
down.
that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke
I'll
his
contact the ambassador and see. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire, roughly 1,200. The Geth are a human. After the Geth secure the Citadel, Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Combat Hard Kinetic Barriers, more commonly called. Humanity's first contact with an alien race occurred in 2157. At that time, the Alliance allowed survey fleets to activate any dormant mass relays discovered, a practice considered dangerous and irresponsible by Council-aligned races. When a Turian patrol discovered a human, the system's alliance is an independent supranational.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander.
Jenkins was a valuable
Part of me
partner.
feels guilty over what happened.
You're a good soldier, William.
Thanks, Commander.
Things were pretty rough
I've
down
seen,
there.
and you never get used to seeing dead civilians.
You couldn't have done it without
Thanks,
you,
Commander.
I think you're gonna fit in
Thanks,
here
Commander.
just fine.
Honestly, I'm just doing that to farm
Yes,
Paragon
Commander?
points.
Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving?
I enlisted right out of med school. I wanted to, but humanity needs the Alliance.
Ever think you made the
Sometimes
wrong-
I think about opening a but there's something special about working on soldiers.
What do you know about Captain
I've
Anderson?
served with him. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run
How well
into.
do you know the lieutenant?
I've never worked with him. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe
What
because
does
of
that have to do with
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired
What
with
kind of complications?
severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I'm kind of reminded of
I should
Listeria
go.
from Fire
Goodbye,
Emblem
Commander.
3 E-Houses.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
I wanted to speak to him in depth more.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
I'll end when we get to the Citadel.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
That reminds me, who do we pay taxes to?
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went in.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rule.
You don't get to make demands of the
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought...
Just the ground team from Eden Prime.
I have the mission reports.
They are.
They were not...
I do not like Udina.
Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being...
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize... The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove...
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigate... Come with me, Captain. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the...
And that's why I hate politicians.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Den.
You know, I've always wondered why we never got, like, a Volus companion-ish crew member.
I am Din Korlak, Volus Ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to...
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of
Chastising rebuke.
You are naive. The Earth
He's
Clan
not
will
wrong.
be invited to the Council long before our species.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves.
Dismissive.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long
You seem to have a bit of a chip on you.
You humans are new.
Chastising rebuke, Den.
Details. We still have...
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
Please greet. I am Ambassador Kalen.
Why do you explain what you're about to
Our
say?
people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movement. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to...
Why do you bother?
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and
The
origins.
Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space.
You know, you kind of think that, like,
when
each of the
first made
council
contact with us.
members would, like, have
With their help,
a
we
sub,
discovered the relay
like,
closest
represent,
to
like,
our
a sub,
system, and from there
and,
the
like,
Citadel.
multiple cases, like...
Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable.
I can get the
Our
appeal of
people
that.
are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work
They only give us these positions to keep us quiet.
chastising rebuke. Your tone.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
to be your guide.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable...
What is this place?
This is the... If you have more questions, please...
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the city.
What's your name?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant.
You seem to be
The
distracted.
embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics.
I should be going
Have a
now.
pleasant day.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina.
So are you a person?
I
or
am a fully... I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium
Give me the
VIP.
tour.
You are standing at Presidium. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower.
I want to know more about
Citadel
Citadel.
Security. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office
Tell
is
me about
located.
the embassies.
The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly the most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they
Do you
decided
agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment.
How come the Volus were the first species
In
given
the
an embassy?
early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asar, they established many new
Wait, the
colonies
Volus were
and
more
trading
popular-
outposts,
had
and
more
they
people than
petitioned the
the Turians?
Council for a greater role in recognition of their work to expand interstellar...
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive... It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable
That's
to...
pretty damn
I
arrogant.
apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal
Do you know anything about
The
Spectre?
term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and in this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions.
What can you tell me about the
Originally,
Citadel?
roughly 1,300. Since then, the three council races.
It can't be as simple as that.
I am not programmed to make that kind of.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here.
Have we met before?
No, but was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not
no,
too fond.
I just don't. You humans, the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens.
Then fight for it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the
The
Spectre?
right hand of, or like the underhanded side.
What do you have against the Spectre?
I can't, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre.
Sometimes you have to bend the law.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years.
Yeah, right. You
There are
expect
over
us-
200,000 CSEC. We do our best to find and punish any officer.
The galaxy needs people
I
like that.
agree. Saren's out of control. Is that the kind of person this
But not all Spectres are
True.
like Saren.
But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and we're civilian. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising.
Tell me about your investigation.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make... Goodbye, Commander.
What do you want? Oh, command. Is there something I
Relax,
can do?
Private. This isn't
Right,
an-
sorry. What can I do
What
for
can you tell me about the Asari?
Well,
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did.
Can you at least tell me where?
Sure.
Thanks, kid.
I
Have
will.
fun.
Have fun, that is.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like
What's
to know?
going on around
well,
here?
across the bridge, you'll If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment.
What is Shi'ira's?
The consul. Most of the diplomat. She's a very powerful woman, but also.
Tell me about Flux and
well,
Cora's Den.
Cora's Den, on the other hand. Well, so long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around. Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council. Don't be ridiculous.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation.
Sounds like you really want to.
I don't trust him, but he's a Spectre.
I think the council's ready for us.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making this choice. The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security...
An eyewitness saw him kill
We've
Nihilus.
read the Eden Prime reports.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson. You... And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who...
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret.
With Nihilus gone, his fire... But what can you expect from a...
Saren despises humanity.
Your species needs to learn its place. She has no right to say that.
Shepard's admission into the Spectre...
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time.
Saren's hiding behind his position.
What we need...
There is still one outstanding issue.
Are we allowing dreams into...
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision.
I'm glad to see
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and
I know,
Saren-
Saren. He's working with the Geth for one. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world...
Tell me about this history.
I worked with him on a mission. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like.
We need to deal with Saren.
As a Spectre, he's virtually...
What about Garrus, that C-Sec?
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in
Forget
CSEC.
it. They suspended Harkin
You won't
last
have
month.
to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren.
You can't just cut Captain
The
Anderson.
ambassador's right.
I need to take care
Harkin's
of
probably getting drunk at Cora's Den.
Maybe there's another way
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. He might know something about Saren.
You and Saren have a
About
history.
20 years ago. I was Saren eliminated his target. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation.
Killing innocents.
I know how the world works, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats.
I want to know more about
They're
the
not your
Spectre.
typical. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy.
How do they decide who becomes
You can't
the Spectre?
just apply. The Council's always looking for. They see something in you. They want you
What's
on
their
their
command
side.
structure
There
like?
is no command. They tend to operate outside the law.
What happens when a Spectre goes
It doesn't happen often, but when something does go wrong, there's usually only one.
They sound like Shadow.
Everything. The entire galaxy respects and fears them.
Tell me more about
He's
the
a
Shadow.
necessary evil. Always. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard.
What are those, cherry trees?
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. I think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they'd take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his vtubers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics. Look at that bug thing over there.
Please do not disturb the keepers. Welcome. You may see the keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful Citadel regulations. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the
Any
city.
particular reason there are so many Keepers?
The keepers also make... Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
This one believes it has the right to move freely.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more tolerant.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to bring...
Registered evangelical failure to follow the regulations results in the...
Why don't you just arrest the
I
Hanar?
could arrest the jelly. The Hanar become vocal when
What's
they
the
feel
purpose behind the evangelicals?
forcing religious evangelicals to... The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar.
I've argued with the stubborn jelly...
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants...
The truth of the... Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation.
So you're breaking the law by preaching...
The CSEC... This one humbly submits that it is not preaching...
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people... The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance. Into consciousness by granting this one's...
Let me talk to the CSEC officer.
This one would be most...
Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry.
I don't care what the something is, as long as...
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
I'll keep working on it.
This one will continue to spread... its message. Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
I'll keep working on it.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry.
I don't care what the something is.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent?
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause...
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use it?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message...
This one departs now.
I see the Hanar is left.
Happy to help.
Here. Now if you'll excuse me.
That's him.
Business here, but not with you. Go away.
Not now. What?
Back off, Rex. Fizz told us to take you down if you showed up. What are you waiting for? I'm standing
I love
right
her.
here.
I like Rex.
This is Fizz's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans, I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
The back rooms are private, reserved for Fist and his friends.
Who's Fist?
He owns this club, but the customers...
What did that other Krogan...
Personal matter.
Not real chatty, is he?
Enjoy the club.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Human military,
Alliance military. I could have been a Marine.
Harkin, right? I was told you could...
Garrus? I know where Garrus is. You gotta tell me something.
Is there something I should know about the
Captain used to be a Spectre. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course...
Why'd they kick him out?
Have to ask him. I never heard any of the details. bet it's a good
You
story.
said they covered all this up.
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to
You're
talk.
a pig.
Just noticed that now, did you?
Just tell me where Garrus
Garrus was sniffing around Dr. Michelle's office. She runs the med clinic on the other side.
I'm out of
here. Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
Captain Anderson.
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass. Bet he's just messing with our heads.
You're probably right.
Let's actually end the stream by meeting Garrus.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear!
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut, or Who are you? Let her go.
Ah!
Think we got him, Commander.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
Glad I could help.
Dr. Michelle.
No, I'm okay.
Why were they threatening you?
They work for Feast.
Does this have anything to do with
it? Dr.
You know,
a few days ago, a Quarian came by. She asked me about the Shadow Broker.
Where is she now?
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren.
Feast betrayed the
That
Shadow.
Quarian must have something Saren wants.
What else can you tell
I'm
me
not
about?
sure. Like I said,
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth.
Time we paid
This
Fist.
is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren.
You're a Turian. Why do
I
you
couldn't
want
find the proof I needed in my investigation, but
Welcome
I...
aboard.
You know, we aren't the only ones going.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Last I heard, he was at the
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats.
Move out.
Don't kid yourself. It's even bigger than it looks.
How would you know?
Commander Shepard? I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative
What do you
journal.
need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth
How do
your
you know
time.
that my investigation
You wouldn't
is
be
going
investigating if it weren't big. And if
You've
it's
got
big,
to have
and
ac-
If anyone can find the worst elements of the
How do you
Citadel-
know I'm investigating anything?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard.
Sounds like a good cause.
Thank you, Commander.
I don't think you bought this, Elliot. I don't sell this mod.
Look, I know it was you.
Is that really? You're Commander Shepard, the hero.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Conrad. Conrad.
I spend most of the time trying
Hey,
to stay.
I know you're probably busy, but I'll let you get back to work.
Best play. Hello, Earth Clan.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent.
Regroup!
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I saw the monument at a coup. Looks like you have. I'm sorry, it's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here?
Why'd you join so?
It's kind of... You gotta meet all kinds of cool
How do you
aliens.
like working here?
Like that new club they just opened a few
What do you know about
Just some... But if they were so bad, the council...
Do you know what
I
CSEC
shouldn't really say too much. Drinking on the job, taking bribes...
I have to
Right.
go.
You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
Alright, I'll go get hit Rex, then I'll actually call it a stream. Like,
in light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to go along.
Shepard. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all...
My people have a saying.
Glad to have you on the team.
Let's go.
okay. I'm actually going to call it a stream here. Hopefully next time my intro works. Tomorrow I decided that I'll alternate between the two games I want to play. So tomorrow, we're starting Sea of Stars. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Andreas Rebel, and I'll see you on my next assignment. Later.